Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of NotAnalog.com. Feels like it's been forever since I've done a review, but anyway, I'm back. And today I'm looking at something a little different. It's not a phone or a tablet or anything like that. It's a pen. And it's by Livescribe. It's called the Sky Pen. Now, it's not just your ordinary pen, obviously, because it's on a tech show. So what I'm going to show you is exactly what this is. Now, obviously it's got a pen tip, and it's quite a fat pen. Now, before I get into what it really does, as a pen, just for writing and stuff like that, it wouldn't be the best pen in the world. You know, the pens that I use day to day are a little bit thinner, and they have a bit of a better shape to it, and they write better. This is a little bit heavy, obviously, because it's got stuff built into it. So, first of all, if all you needed was a pen, probably not the best thing. Also, you notice on this pen, it's got a clip, which I can actually clip onto my shirt or a notebook or something like that. I appreciate that. And it's also got a clicker, so when I'm done, I can hide it. Now, this does come with a cap, but the cap is something which you can easily lose. As you can see, it's not even on there, so that's a bit distracting as well. So, as a pen, thumbs down, but let's get into why this is so much better than this. So, power button first of all. Now when I turn this on, you'll see it says Livescribe and starting and things like that. What it's also doing is it's joining my home Wi-Fi network. Now why it's doing that is because it's going to record everything that I do when I actually take notes and do things. So what they do is they give you this digital notebook. Now it's actually, you know, just an ordinary book with pages and so on. But you'll see on the inside is a whole bunch of other things like buttons and commands that you can actually get the pen to do. Now these can be as simple as telling the pen that you're left-handed or right-handed, and there is a reason for that. So the paper itself is what's called as digitized. So when you look at it, it looks like normal paper because it's got your lines and so on, but there's really some very, very tiny dots that you won't see on camera. And this pen has a camera built in which reads those dots, so that when you write, it actually tracks the motion that you're doing and it's recording the audio of the room that you're in. So say for example, I'm sitting in a meeting at work and people are talking, I'm trying to take notes at the same time. You do tend to miss things, and you know exactly when you're missing them because you're writing shorthanded notes about it and so on. What you can then do, you can go back to your desk and then click at the point that you were taking that note and hear it at every single interval that you're ready. So what I can do, just to give you an example, I took this to the Windows Phone 8 launch a couple of weeks ago. Now, you can see my notes here, it's a whole lot of scribble. And when I referred back to it, I thought, wow, what did the lady say when I actually did that? So let me just click here on the page, and if I'm you can hear it. And if I click somewhere else on the page, it's skipping to every section where I click. And that's just awesome, is that when I point here, bang, it's skipped. When I point somewhere else on the page, bang, it's skipped, all within the recording. Now that's so handy. I'm just going to stop that. Now that is so handy because you can plug headphones into the 3.5mm jack, and I can sit here and I can take my notes, get things ready, type them up. And if you're a person working in a business or a corporation, you're in meetings, you know you're going to see the value in this straight away. Now it does carry on from page to page. You can see I took many notes, and I was able to keep listening to my recordings along the way. Now, because it's got the headphone jack, great. But if you didn't want to listen to it from the pen itself, what you can do, you can actually see right now it's synchronizing because I've taken some other notes prior, is it synchronizes your notes to Evernote. Now, there will be more options. You'll see on the documents that it comes with, you'll soon be able to email these to yourself. You'll be able to sync them to Google Drive, Facebook, and Dropbox. But at the moment it's going to my Evernote account, and that's brilliant because it sends everything I've written down on the page as if I've drawn it on screen, and I can still listen to all of the audio behind it as well. So you know straight away with Evernote you can access it on your iPad, on your phone, and same thing, from your pen it will synchronize straight up to Evernote, which is so handy. And it really is quite incredible. Now obviously you'll see that I've done everything on this notebook, and I've got all these buttons which are part of the notebook as well. And there's only the one power button on the actual pen. So one of the disadvantages of this pen is that you can't use normal paper. You can't even use normal paper to record audio. So say for example I just wanted to listen to what was happening in a meeting without worrying about exactly what I was writing down. You can't do that because with just the pen on its own, it's got a power button and no self-start sort of thing, if you know what I mean. So that's a shame, but when you keep the two together and don't lose the book, you'll be in a lot better hands, and you can actually see that your meetings are going to change, they're going to be better. Now, I'm going to link up a couple of Evernote drawings that I did so you can actually see them, like how to draw a dog and simple things. But you can see the value in how it could be used for instructions, for demonstrations, but mostly just for note-taking and meetings. So if you're a uni student, you work in business that attend a lot of meetings, things like that, this is a must-have, and I'm actually loving it. And I didn't realize how handy it would have been until I actually started with it. It's been brilliant, and I recommend it to anyone. You do need to remember that there is a cost involved. This is a 4 gig version. You can get a 2 gig and there's an 8 gig as well. With all of them, you're above $100, doesn't matter which country you're in, and it just gets higher and higher. Now with a 4 gig pen, you're going to record 400 hours of recording time. So it's a lot of recording before you need to worry about deleting things off the pen and so on. So it is very good. You can almost go through a whole notebook and still listen to pencasts as and when you take these notes, which is great. But do check them out, have a look online, see what sort of deals you can get. There are other models which are cheaper, but I love this one because it connects to my Wi-Fi network and it syncs to Evernote, which is the whole solution for me. If you have any questions, please let me know. It is pretty mind-blowing. If all you need is a pen, you will find cheaper pens. But if you need something that's going to take you to the next level and revolutionize the way that you actually write, who would have thought? The Livescribe Sky Pen. Brilliant. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Alright everybody, this is how you draw a dog. So first the story goes that there was a man with no arms, and it started to rain. So you could see the rain. So what he did was he jumped in his car and he put on his headlights, nice and bright, and then he put on his windscreen wipers. Boom. And that's a dog. It really is. And that's the end of the story.
And I'm going to sync that to Evernote. Straight up. Done.